We will start with second unit, that is our design of machine member 2. We are discussing here unit number 2, rolling contact bearing. We will discuss here our rolling contact bearing. Now quick recap of this one, what we discussed in our first unit, that is what is bearing. Okay, what is bearing first?
The machine element which supports rotating shaft.
Okay, right. So that is also right answer. We can say another way also, a bearing is a mechanical element. Bearing is a mechanical element. Bearing is a mechanical element that permits relative motion between two parts such as your shaft or the housing with a minimum friction. You can see, and we've seen the bearing types. In that we have seen the radial and thrust bearing also. Is it? We have seen radial and thrust bearing.
Yes, sir.
We have seen the radial and thrust bearing also. The radial bearing we already seen that if suppose this is your bearing, the load which is acting perpendicular to the axis of that motion, that is your radial load acting. So this is our radial bearing. And if the load is acting along the axis of motion, then this is your, either you are saying this one as a axial or thrust bearing. Is it? So this all we have seen already. Now we'll see in a rolling contact bearing, what is a rolling contact. Now we'll see. So will go for the next slide. Now here we can see again a definition is there. A bearing is defined as a machine member or machine element whose primary function is to support and return moving member. So in rolling contact bearing, the contact between two surfaces is rolling. Here we can see in rolling contact bearing, the contact between the two surfaces is rolling, means roller. It is rolling each over each. What we have seen in a sliding contact bearing, it is sliding. We have seen in sliding contact bearing, it is sliding over each other. Here it is rolling with the help of each other. And in rolling bearing, you can see the shaft and the outer members are separated by means of the rolling element. For example, balls, roller, needles, etc. In case of our sliding, we seen there a lubrication. We have seen lubrication there. In rolling contact bearing, load is transferred to the elements in a rolling contact rather than a sliding contact. Means here in rolling contact bearing, load is transferred through the elements in rolling contact as compared to your sliding contact. The bearing are manufactured to take a pure radial load, pure thrust load, or a combination of both. Means this is our radial load. We can see if it is acting perpendicular to the axis of motion, this is your radial. And if it is acting along the axis of motion, then this is your thrust. This is your thrust or axial load. If it is acting perpendicular, then this is your radial load. So next it is given in the bearing, the contact area is small as compared to sliding bearing, and the stresses is high in the rolling element are made them to harden and high strength material as compared to shaft or other parts of the bearing. The motion of that bearing may be following two types, rotatory or translatory motion, two types. So this type of bearing can be take under the combination of both motion also. The friction offered by such a bearing is very low as compared to natural bearing, and they are called as anti-friction bearing. In sliding contact bearing, we have seen when we have to give the cooling, when your heat generated and heat rejected, some relation is there. Based on that, we have to think whether the cooling is required or not. On based on that, we have to take the difference of both, and we have to make MST. Using this, we have to find out the mass of the lubricant required. Is it? We have seen this already in our first unit when we discuss sliding contact bearing. Now we'll see some example here. You can see some of the rolling contact bearing. You can see here plain bearing or general bearing. What we see, it is having some oil inlet. Already we have drawn in machine drawing. We have drawn now general bearing. So here we can see same thing what we have done in a machine drawing. Same you can see here. There is one oil inlet is there for lubrication. This is a bearing liner is there. This is housing in which bearing is kept. This is clearance. This is shaft or your general this one, and some split is there, and this is mounted in such a way that you can see. Now common general bearings component which will have, that is we have housing, we have bearing inner segment, oil inlet, drain, and this one our general, that is inner portion. That much we will have. This what is this bearing? Have you seen this bearing?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Which bearing? This
Yes,
one?
sir.
Roller bearing.
Roller bearing. This is ball bearing.
Hmm.
Ball bearing.
This is ball bearing, and this one is your roller bearing. Here you can see rollers are there, small. It is visible now. Diagram is visible now. These are the rollers. You
Yes,
can
sir.
see here. I am pointing. These are the rollers you can see here, and here you can see these are the balls. If you have seen this, mostly you will see bearings in your cycle also, and this is your roller bearing. Okay, I will move for the next. These are again some types of linear bearings which is available on. Okay, last time I asked you guys one question. List out the bearing production company. Bearing production, or you can say manufacturing companies. So only one name I got that day, that is NRB bearings. Anyone else you know? I got one name that last time, that is a NRB bearings. If you know anyone else name, because it's a general type of questions. You will have NRB bearings, EPK bearings, BIM. You will see some more is there. EPK Bearings India Private Limited. Some more is there, that is Bearing Manufacturing India. Bearing Manufacturing India. So these are the some names of the companies which are going to make a productions for bearing. One more is there, ARB also there. ARB bearings also there. So these are some portions or some companies which is producing the bearings. we have already seen this is important pointer. Please note it down. This is the advantages and disadvantages of rolling contact bearing over sliding contact bearing. This is important point. Please Eric, note it down. This may be asked. This is the advantages and disadvantages of rolling contact bearing over sliding contact bearing. Please note it down. This is important portion. This is important. So first advantage we can see low. First advantage we can see low starting and low running friction. So low friction can be obtained in case of sliding bearing. In case of the full film lubrication, it is possible in hydrostatic lubrication and it is very costly. Second one, ability to withstand with the monetary shock loads. This is second one. Third one, accuracy of a shaft alignment. Accuracy of a shaft alignment. Fourth one, low cost of maintenance as no lubrication is required while in service. Fifth one, rolling bearing gives warning prior to failure, whereas sliding bearing fails without giving any prior warning or notice. That is, a sliding bearing fails is sudden and hence more dangerous. You can see more dangerous as compared to rolling bearing because it is not giving any warning message or anything, but it automatically get fails. It may lead to a dangerous hazardous while using this one. Sixth one is reliability of service. It is reliable throughout its service. Next one is easy to mount and erect. Erect means to remove. Easy to assemble and easy to disassemble. Eighth one is its cleanliness is good. If you'll see about its disadvantage, more noisy when it comes to the high speed, low resistance to shock reading, more initial cost it is having because of this starting frictions and everything, and design of bearing housing is complicated. Means we have to assemble or design the bearing in such a way that the complication will be less there. Please note it down. Once it is done, just inform. If you have seen the ball bearing, suppose ball bearing, so they are placed at the certain point and they are covered with some outer rays like this. Okay, so this is your ball bearing, you can say balls. So similar type here you can see balls is your rolling element and it is folded or separated by some portion here. If you have seen that bearing at your end, you can check once. So these are the some parts of the bearings which you can see. These are the parts of the bearing. So in next you can see parts of the ball bearing, how ball bearing is being given. Here you can see this is your outer race, this is your inner race, and these are your ball bearing element. This is your balls. You can see here these are your balls and they are fixed in some cage. They are fixed in some cage. Here also you can see that is your ball and there you can see this one. They are fixed in some cages. You can see here. Here also you can say they are given in the one separator. So this is for the your ball bearing, how it is there. That is inner portion, outer portion. You can see. Just visualize this one. And there are some types also of ball bearing. We'll see the types also. So ball bearing As you can see here, the types of rolling contact bearing. First one is your ball bearing, second one is your roller bearing. Okay, a number of balls or rollers are used, and these are held at a proper distance by the retainer so that they do not touch each other. The retainers are thin strip and is usually in the two parts which are assembled after the balls have been properly spaced. The ball bearings are used for the light loads and the roller bearings are used for the heavier loads. Here you can see the ball bearings are used for the light loads and the roller bearings are used for the heavier loads. Okay, now here you can see ball bearing, everything is same. Whatever is your outer race, inner race, everything is same. Retainer also same, but difference is that in ball bearing you are using ball and which is used for the light duty or your light weights, and in roller bearing we are using the rollers instead of balls and they are used for the heavy duties or heavy weight. That is the major difference between both. Rewinding once again, the types of bearing, that is bearing based on the direction of load applied. So first one you can see here, this is your radial bearing. As load is acting perpendicular to the axis of, as the load is acting perpendicular to the axis of motion, here you can see perfectly some shaft is there, this is shaft and bearing is mounted on the shaft. So load is acting, how load is acting, this load is acting vertically or perpendicular to the this axis of motion. This is your axis of motion here because it is moving along with this shaft axis. You can see in second one you can see that fixed element is there, moving element is there. Thrust means that whatever load will act, this load will act along the direction of motion. Means here this load will act in this direction. If your motion is along the shaft, then load will act in such a direction. This already we have seen in sliding contact bearing, still as a reminding concept. So here is some bearings. You can see here figure. This is the bearing, ball bearing. Here you can see balls are there, and see how they are mounted. One bearing, second bearing. You can see third bearing, fourth bearing, fifth bearing, sixth bearing, seventh bearing. You can see here number of bearings are mounted on a some shaft or some engine parts. This one, and how they are operating with each other. You can see from this diagram. This diagrams is readily available for you guys also. So this is some drawing concept. These concepts we'll see while discussing the numericals. So this some series is there, number series for the bearings. This will also see while we'll discuss the numerical portion. Here types of radial ball bearing is there. Types of radial ball bearing. So first one is your single row deep groove ball bearing. You can see not just simple one. During assembly of these bearings,